Bill O'Reilly is gone. Fox on the run. The highest paid presenter on cable TV was shown the door by the Murdoch network because the backlash against revelations he routinely sexually harassed female colleagues was starting to cost them money. When it wasn't costing them advertising revenue, Fox, on the face of it, seemed to be able to live with it. The network reportedly paid out $12 million to settle claims of sexual harassment or other inappropriate behaviour. But when that became public, advertisers started to walk, so O'Reilly had to as well. Acclaimed media writer Steve Battaglio has covered this for the LA Times.
It was becoming an untenable situation. Advertisers had abandoned O'Reilly's program. They had pulled their advertisements out of the show, moved them to other spots on the channel. So it was beginning to cost them money with every day that passed by. There were also, it put the Murdochs in the position of apologizing and paying out settlements for claims of pretty unsavory behavior towards women, towards their employees. It set a terrible tone for the company, and the Murdochs felt that there were more coming. They did not want to be in the position to keep having to deal with this, especially after they had gotten rid of Roger Ailes, founding CEO of Fox News, on the very same charges.
I'm reading your article, and I think the second paragraph is fascinating because you quote the Fox release, the Fox statement, and you say the company and Bill O'Reilly have agreed. So are we to read into that Bill O'Reilly has received a fairly substantial settlement to depart?
Oh, I would say it's very substantial. O'Reilly had signed a contract recently, and it did have an out in the event that something like this came up. At least that's our understanding. Nevertheless, it was probably a very substantial payment. Bill O'Reilly was believed to be earning in the range of $20 to $25 million a year.
Goodness, that's a lot of money, isn't it?
It is. It is. And so he probably walked out with a significant portion of that.
Stephen, can we broaden out? How influential is Fox in shaping US public opinion now? Not all public opinion, obviously, but the so-called Trump constituency, the way Trump played to a sense of voices excluded from the so-called liberal media.
Fox News tapped into that sentiment that there was this population out there who believed that they weren't hearing the whole story, when mainly what they weren't hearing was their side of the story or their beliefs espoused. And Fox caters to those people round the clock, not just with Bill O'Reilly, but with much of the other talent, too. That's one reason why Fox will be able to weather this loss. Even though Bill O'Reilly is the highest-rated cable news personality on television, it's likely a lot of his fans watch other people on Fox News, too, because they speak in very much about the same values and in the same tone that he does. One theory that I have about Fox News is that it's not really news, and you can also say this about the other cable news channels, too. It's companionship television. These are like-minded people who are talking about the things that are happening right now that you feel are important, and you want to have them in your house every day. Their company, and you agree with them most of the time. But that makes you feel good, and I think that's the reason why this particular audience watches it, and they watch it for a long time. The length of tune-in is longer than most other cable channels.
Including, bizarrely, the President of the United States, who seems to be, on the face of it, judging by his Twitter stream, a big Fox viewer.
Well, it's not just that. He watches a lot of cable news, and make no mistake about it, he watches a lot of CNN and MSNBC, too. But he has a comfort zone at Fox News. Rupert Murdoch has taken a liking to President Trump and what he's done and what he did in his miraculous campaign, and he's received very favorable treatment on the channel. They will always give him the benefit of the doubt. That wasn't always the case with other Republican presidents on Fox News. They would push back or question George W. Bush. That's not happening with Trump. And obviously, it feels good to watch TV where people are saying nice things about you. So not only is he watching, but he's going on there all the time. Fox News is the only place where the president has been giving sit-down interviews with TV interviewers and presenters since the inauguration.
Stu Patalio, fantastic media and TV writer from the LA Times.